Biotechnology ain't what so bad. Like all technology, it's in the wrong hands. Hello and welcome to Let's Play Earth Defense Force 2017 for the 27th time.
Think long and hard.
Last time we shot up some holes and then we went in a big hole. We were told to get out of that particular hole though because of the appearance of a giant monster named by the EDF Verloc. What the Verloc is a Verloc, I hear you ask. I don't know, let's find out, but first let's think long and hard about what weapons to take with us.
Select a stage.
For Mission 18, Dino Mech, Dino Mech, Dino Mech is Godzilla!
This is 4-6! We found a huge monster here! It's as big as a building! I think we've been spotted! Let's get out of here! Flames! The flames! Ah! Move forward! Yes, sir! This way and I'll kill you! It's time to show that beast what the EDF is made of!
Yes, of course, Verloc is this game's Godzilla stand-in, because it wouldn't be EDF unless you had to take down Godzilla.
Launchers, prepare to fire! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! EDF! EDF! My brother, let's go back home alive. Hey, you're still alive, right? Captain's dead! Hang in there!
Oh. Oh dear. Let's try that again!
Yes, sir! They're headed over here!
As you can see, Verloc is fairly deadly.
Made up!
It's a good idea to stay away from him when he's doing his stomp, his fire attack, or his charge. Or pretty much anything he does. Missiles are a very good weapon to use in this stage because despite their main weakness of only... Oh, those trees are upside down, that is odd. Of only homing in on the closest enemy to you, thankfully there's only one enemy to home in on. The Fork A20 is a fairly silly weapon, as it fires an array of rockets in a big flat formation. There's absolutely no way you can get those rockets to home in on multiple enemies at once, so it really doesn't serve any more purpose than firing just one rocket, really. Let's try not to get stamped upon by the monstrous Verloc and his stone bikini. While Verloc is technically a new enemy for this game, he is obviously a very much redesigned version of the Saurus, which first appeared in a Monster Attack or Earth Defense Force 1 for the PlayStation 2. Also made a return visit in Global Defense Force, complete with an actual cinematic intro. There you go. One side effect of this mission only having one actual enemy in it is that we have no method of recovering health. The only pickups we're going to see are the ones that appear after we destroy Verloc at the end of the mission. It's not very much help. Try not to get stomped on, because you can't get your health back. I'm a big fan of the redesign of the Godzilla ripoff in this particular game, although its more dinosaur focused design makes it look slightly more like the one from Godzilla 98. That awful American one. Oh, that's Verloc's lot.
Good job, Storm 1. I knew we could count on you to take down that monster.
I'm glad to see that the people at HQ have developed some pattern recognition as we vibrate inside this monster for some reason. No presents for us this time.
Choose your weapons.
Unfortunately, the Godzilla-alikes tend to land directly on top of their pickups, rendering them impossible to actually, you know, pick up. Well, it's not like you'll be farming that level for weapons. At least not in this game. We've gotten equipped for Mission 19, Umbra.
Select a difficult going into combat.
They're coming from the sky! We have found the spacecraft's weak point. When the hatch opens, focus all your attacks on that point.
Welcome to the Valley, an apparently new area of the game. There's a pair of carriers coming right at us, except for that one that's turning off to the side. Dropping spiders. Thankfully they're a fair distance away, so we should be able to deal with the carrier, at least this one, before the spiders are upon us. It may seem like the Goliath is doing not a lot of damage to this particular carrier, but it does in fact do more damage than the Lysander we used in a previous mission, which took down carriers in no less than 4 shots. I tested it by bringing the Lysander into this stage, and these particular carriers go down in 9 shots, meaning that health scaling is a thing in this game. Who knew? I did not. Now I do, and you do too. The Goliath is the better choice by far over the Lysander in this level, not just because it does an extra 50 damage, but because it has a splash damage range, being a rocket launcher. I believe it also fires slightly faster despite the reload time. It's just under 3 seconds, where the fire rate of the Lysander is just over 3 seconds per shot. There are, however, downsides over a sniper rifle. We have a less powerful zoom, although a zoom is quite a rare thing to have on a rocket launcher. And the slower firing projectile means that we have to lead the target somewhat, making it less reliable at range, which is slightly lower than the Lysanders, I believe. This is the first level since their introduction that spiders are our sole enemy on the ground. At this point the spider seems like such a series staple that it's weird to think that they were not introduced until the second game in the series. Here's a clip of that. You may also notice the PlayStation 2 designs of both the mothership and the carriers. Looking very similar but of different scales. In the PlayStation 2 games, the carriers did not have this sort of mechanic where you have to shoot them in their holes. You could shoot them anywhere on them and they would eventually die, making them much easier to deal with. Much less frustrating, but less challenging overall. You could pretty much start a mission, shoot down the carrier, and then continue. Speaking of that, this particular mission is very similar to one that appeared in Global Defense Force / Earth Defense Force 2. Pretty much exactly the same situation with 2 carriers that drop spiders in this gorge area of an equivalent outside map. Although you started on a railway bridge rather than in the gorge itself. As you can see in the corner, that's what that looked like. Here's the air bike. The air bike is a lot of fun but very hard to control. Let's look under the ground and then get stuck on some fences. While the air bike does in fact have a machine gun built in, it is not terribly powerful or easy to use. The air bike's main utility is getting you away from enemies very quickly. Unfortunately I got stuck, so failed in that regard quite badly. Blabbo. The air bike is a very useful utility vehicle if you wish to travel around the maps very quickly indeed, which we shall do in later missions, especially city-based ones with enemies spawning in large distances away from each other. We've only got 3 or 4 spiders left remaining. One of them seems to be stuck. Whenever I play this mission, at least one spider seems to get stuck somewhere on the map and take a very long time to actually come over to you. Unlike the rest of the spiders, who will pretty much make a beeline for you. Anyway, let's head upriver a bit before we go and deal with that last spider, for there is a helicopter. There he is. I want to have a quick look at this level here that we are playing on. I did say earlier that it is apparently a whole new map. That is not the truth. Although it appears to be a new map, this is a place we have been before more than once. Quite recently, in fact. Let's have a little fly over here. The helicopter really gives you an idea of the scale of these levels. They are big squares. There's quite an obvious invisible wall here. We cannot go in that direction. We can trouble the draw distance a little though. I'm not sure where that spider is, maybe we'll find him in a bit. So this is the helicopter. It's very hard to control. You press X to go up. That's about it. You have to stop pressing X at some point if you wish to maintain a steady level. Anyway, here is what I wanted to show you. We are in fact on the beach map. Here it is, the beach where we first fought the Hectors and first encountered the fortress that walks. It looks a little different in the daytime, but I assure you this is the very same beach. In the PlayStation 2 games there was a separate map for the sort of countryside level with the gorge through it and the beach. It's quite impressive, I believe, that these two maps have been condensed into one larger one. In fact, the gorge leads directly into the beach area right here. I thought that was interesting to show off, and also we get to have a look at the helicopter, which, like the tank, used to be all sort of stupid and futuristic and blue, as we can see in the corner here. It isn't anymore though, now it's all boring army green. It does have missiles, a limited range of them. I'm trying to kill that one spider. I can't really see him very well, and neither could I when I tried it. We have a limited amount of missiles, we will eventually run out of them. Oh, don't do that. We also have a machine gun, which I'll use to kill the spider in just a second. Any second now we'll get that spider. It's good for mobility, the helicopter, but not actually that good at killing stuff, because it's very difficult to drive. But while that was the last mission we'll be doing in this video, there is a little something extra I've recorded for the end here. I thought it might be fun to show what it would be like to fight Valok in the helicopter. To get a nice aerial view of the stage and of Valok and his various attacks. This is the end of my commentary for this video, however, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye for now. Enjoy the show.
Storm 1. I knew we could count on you to take down that monster.